Thank you, Co-Chair and honorable members. I'd like to start with the first question. Corruption within police, which stems from the juniors up to the highest cadre. What if this House, this committee approves my nomination, what will I do? And this is what I have in my strategy to address the issue touching corruption within the police. I would like to be a bit more practical rather than being theoretical, because I know many have come before me, they have found corruption within police and they have left. I'm the third Inspector General if this committee allows to affirm my nomination. I want to make a difference, honorable members. I will start leading the National Police Service with my own example, upholding integrity and non-compromisable. If I am not able to stand with that, my juniors will not take it serious. That is real, that the war against corruption is life. I intend not to victimize anybody for the past. My predecessors, they were there. I'll take the job if this committee affirms me afresh from the day one. I'll talk to the officers and will tell them my position. I'll treat each and every police officer as a good officer. As you are aware, Inspector General cannot work alone. I need the police officers. But I need to work with a good police officer. After we agree, our modus of operandi, the way I want us to work, is from the clean plate. I will deploy my process to identify the guys who are a problem, the officers who are behind this problem. I may not go to the details, but I'm very sure I will be able to know who is the good officer and who is the bad officer. I will direct my action to the person who is on the wrong. And I remind my honorable members, I will work within the law. I will be guided by the Constitution in all my action I will be undertaking. I'm not compromisable. I have a very high degree of integrity, and I believe this is what has brought me up to this position. The second question is the rule of law, human rights violation, and extrajudicial killing by police officers. I have this in mind. I'm aware, honorable co-chair and honorable members, police has been accused across many forums of extrajudicial killings, violation of human rights, and I'm coming on board to lead the same National Police Service with the expectation to meet the expectations of Kenyans, that I will be leading a clean force with a reputation, and not only reputation, with a positive reputation. I will be guided, if this House and committee allows me to take this job, again and once again by the Constitution. The laws and the Constitution is very clear on the way and the time and circumstances when a police officer is justifiable to use a gun. If that does not fall within that box, nobody in the National Police Service this committee will allow me to lead is above the law. The law will take its course, I will spearhead the law in terms of implementation, operationalization, to set a clean record and lead a clean force, a clean surface. Number 3, I would like Honorable Member to clarify an issue, co-chair, which has been raised from my documentation that I was born in Machakos. My mom was living in Machakos, but during the time of birth, he came up because my dad was working at River and he delivered in Pumwani. That's how I was born, but I was brought up in Machakos. But the documentations, because I had to pick them from, to pick my documentations from the hospital. That's how they are indicated in that document. With your permission, Co-Chair, I proceed with the next question. Transformation to service delivery and the drawbacks which has been highlighted within the police service, including the differences and tensions between the Administration Police Service and the Kenya Police Service, between the National Police Service and administration departments, between the Nyumba Kumi, the police, and the members of public. I'm aware, Co-Chair and the members of this committee, that a lot has been carried out in the reforms, touching on issues of resolving the duplicity of work within the National Police Service, which constitute the two services. And one of the objectives, I'm aware, was to address these differences. Naturally, Co-Chair and honorable members, changes are always not received positively by everybody within an organization. You will agree with me, honorable members, the losers will always be complaining, the winners will always be happy, they will not complain. I believe this is the situation. I'm joining the National Police Service. If this committee affirm my nomination, that there were losers in the exercise of streamlining the command structure in the reforms, and there must be the same team which are making the noise. I will apply, if this committee affirm my nomination, I will apply change management to bring everybody on board. I believe I'm capable to do this. I've gone through the same process. When you moved from a DSI in 1999 to National Security Intelligence Service, most of officers were not happy because there were those who benefited and those who lost. I'll apply change management to bring the police together. The difference between other parties, including the administration, the community, I will embrace the multi-agency approach, concept, bringing all the relevant government agencies working together. I would like to inform this committee, with your permission, Co-Chair and honorable members, I was privileged to form part of the pioneers of implementing this stakeholder, the multi-agency stakeholder initiative when I was based in Coast, including the command centers. It works and it has worked. I will be very much particular to ensure the success across the country. I believe when I take this approach, I will bring all the stakeholders under one leadership within the police, members of public and the police, community policing and Nyumba Kumi. Together, we work for common goal for this country of providing security, but not conflicting in terms of our interests. With your permission, Co-Chair, I will proceed to number 5, killing by police, no prosecution. What will I do to bring this one to stop. If this committee approves my nomination, once again, I take this position of Inspector General. I will rule this National Police Service by the rule of law, by guidance by the Constitution, to ensure any officer responsible for his misconduct. And I will be informed by the institutions and apparatus within the service. I'm aware we have internal affairs unit, police, which investigate complaints from the members of public against police, complaints from police against police. Will be able to get the truth about the misdeed by the police officers. I will also work closely with institutions, authority like IPOA, the Department of Public Prosecution, to bring harmony and sanity within the police. Number 6, with your permission, Co-Chair, is disobedience by senior officers disobeying court orders. What will I do to ensure that comes to an end, Your Honor? If once again you allow me to take this job, Co-Chair and honorable members, according to the National Police Service Act of 2001, the Constitution spells it very clear. The office of Inspector General enjoys independence of command without influence from outside. And where there is an influence, it's very clear within the Constitution and the Act, and it will be in writing. The sole administration and operation, supervision of police work falls under the Inspector General of National Police Service. This empowers the Inspector General, honorable members, to take fair and uninfluenced decision to act on those matters there is a breakage of law. And exactly will you do that, Your Honor? With your permission, I'll proceed, Co-Chair, to question number 8. The National Police Service and National Police Service Commission, conflict of interest. Co-Chair and honorable members, I have gone through the law, books guiding the Inspector General course of duties and functions, and the institutions working with the National Police Service. And through the literature, I've not seen any conflict of duties between these institutions. And more so, the Commission, National Police Commission, and the National Police Service, duties are very clear. There's no gray area, no conflict. The main duties of the Commission is purely matters of human resource of the police service. The main duties of Inspector General is mainly administration and operation supervision of the police service. Where there are some cross-cutting issues, because it's very clear we have to work together. Inspector General is a member of the Commission, will engage. If this committee allows me to be appointed, I will engage the Commission. There are areas which are not effective. You agree with me, Co-Chair and honorable members, where maybe the Commission may require to delegate just little and slight powers to the Inspector General. the reasons why the Inspector General is a member of the commission is to iron out those areas in the with the commission. I would like to go co-chair, with your permission, to question number 9. Issues of gender and gender violence within the police. With your permission, co-chair and honorable members, if you allow me to take this job of Inspector General, I will do the following. And from my background checking, I'm aware that gender issues